Hello and welcome to a different kind of video from me. My name is Katie. I typically focus on first-time playthroughs of JRPGs and RPGs, but today we are going to be reacting to the Final Fantasy XVI trailer. So I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. My favorite is Final Fantasy VIII. I'll let y'all come at me in the comments, but it is my favorite, and I have played Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 12, 14, and 15. So obviously I haven't worked my way through all of them yet, but I am making my way through them slowly but surely, and I am definitely excited to see what Final Fantasy 16 is all about. Every Final Fantasy is different, and every Final Fantasy brings something different to the table that everybody can enjoy differently, and each one might not be for everybody, but I'm excited to see what all of these years of work on Final Fantasy XVI has played out. I have absolutely zero expectations of this game. I'm also somebody that is a huge believer in the trailer is not going to be my full opinion of the game. I'll never know my full opinion of a game until I have completed it myself. So this is just a first look. I've been seeing people going off on Twitter about it, so I'm really excited, and I figured I would film this for you. It's definitely different content than what you typically see on my channel, but if you are feeling the vibes, if you are excited for me to react to Final Fantasy XVI's brand new trailer, go ahead and click the like button down here. And if you'd like to see more of my first time playthroughs and me thirsting over every fictional character imaginable, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that way you always know whenever I upload a new video. Enough of this intro, let's go ahead and get into the trailer itself.
It has been 1,500 years since the fall of our forebears.
Okay. This looks like a background from Final Fantasy 15.
Ever since.
All right, damn, those hairs being 4K. Those hairs, absolutely 4K. Every time that logo happens, I think of Final Fantasy VIII.
The blight suck this place dry. No trees, no
doggy,
and no magic.
Darkness spreads as day gives way to twilight. The mother's flame now all but a flicker.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua.
Joshua!
Claim their fading light.
Ain't no way.
The Grand Duchy of Rosaria, bastion of tradition.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath.
The Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
Also, just a quick pause. I'm gonna let the trailer play through fully and then I will give some more thoughts after just so I don't interrupt anything.
Where ambition is divine.
The Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. All shall bow before their emperor.
The Dalmekian Republic, whose fortunes shift with the desert sands.
And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap.
The Iron Kingdom, forged in faith and fear.
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption.
Or the Kingdom of Waloed, indomitable in its isolation.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals.
Is that guy
From
naked?
A single spark, will the land ignite. In the year 860, the Imperial army will march upon Rosaria.
That's a shot. That's a shot.
From the slaughter shall a new shadow rise. To fall upon the dominants, painting their destinies black as night.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
Our ability to summon beasts of great might should command respect, but instead has left us outcasts.
Ooh.
Puppet. What makes them think they have the right to use us? to leave us to die when our bodies are spent.
I'll crush him! Flame!
Oh, she's hot. Oh, she's hot. Oh. Graphics are beautiful.
Who shall bow to me?
Very well. Come then.
Damn, what a
Just
sword.
The strength of your will.
Rise, ye crownless kings. A reckoning is upon you. A war of the icons.
They're calling them icons again. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know about Final Fantasy XIII, but the last time, summer 2023. Oh my God, wait, that's really soon. That is really, really, really freaking soon. A lot of the backgrounds are very reminiscent to me of Final Fantasy 15. There's like a lot of backgrounds that, I don't know. Actually, this one in particular kind of gives me Final Fantasy IX vibes, honestly. Like if Final Fantasy IX were to be redone in 2022, I think that they would make the castle of Alexandria looking pretty similar to this. My first reaction to this trailer as a whole is that it is really lacking color. I like don't want to be like a negative person about this, but it's lacking a lot of color. It's very dark. It's very gray. I'm personally like a colorful Final Fantasy fan. Like I love when they be bringing out like the bright ass colors in their outfits and, you know, like the backgrounds and the weapons and all of that stuff. Like I'm a huge fan of the way that Square Enix has used color in their games before. So it's very much lacking here. And I think the same was true for Final Fantasy 15 as well. Final Fantasy 14 definitely has way more color in it. Although again, I'm gonna be honest, I'm biased because I use a shader on my games. So it makes everything look like a little more bright. What they're doing here with like the different nations, this one reminds me of Dalmasca, of course, a lot. It's like the desert vibes, just gives me Dalmasca vibes. I wish that there was a girl. I can't lie, like it's a lot of dudes. It's a lot of dudes. I kind of wish that one of them was like a woman ruler. That's just my personal preference. But again, this is very dark. It's very dark. Let me just pull back to this guy here. First of all, he's super fine, super hot. He gives me Redis vibes. I feel like if they did Redis in 4K, like maybe this would kind of be the facial structure that they would give him. But character design wise, a little flat. It's a little flat for me. I don't know if I don't want to be super negative about this, you know, because obviously it's just the trailer, you know, so many things can change. And I, again, won't have a full opinion until I really play through the game. But so far for me, character design is like also just, it's a little stale. It reminds me of a lot of stuff that we've seen in Final Fantasy 14 and Final Fantasy 15 as well. Okay, I want to go to the part that impressed me the most. First of all, please call me. Who is this beast? Is it Ifrit? Please call me Ifrit. I am free on Thursday night. Please call me on Thursday night when I am free. I'm begging. This shot, I think, is phenomenal. I think that this is my favorite part of the trailer because it has been a long time, I feel like, since I have seen Final Fantasy game like take such a big risk is the wrong term, but like show something that's really devastating and impactful. Like a lot of Final Fantasy games tackle some really hard shit, you know, like they're tackling some really hard stuff. And I think that this for sure is like a shot that will stay with you in the same way, you know, in Final Fantasy VII when the infamous, I won't spoil it in case you've never played Final Fantasy VII, but y'all know what I'm talking about towards the end of disc 1. I think that this shot to me has the same impact as that scene in Final Fantasy VII does. So I really love what they've done here. Like you're really seeing something horrible and like it's like staying with your gut. And I feel like because of that, we're probably gonna end up really rooting for this kid. That's what I think. I think I'm gonna end up rooting for him for sure. And like this whole thing with where like the Phoenix is coming out of him, like this looks really good. This looks really phenomenal right here. This dude, wait a minute, let me back up. This man's Call me on Thursday night when I am free. I would say yes to whatever he's selling me. He's hot. That's all that I have to say about it. He's hot. Here we go. This is the woman. I wanted to find her. Okay, her, I don't know who she is in this story, but she is so fine. I'm rooting for her. I hope she wins. I hope she wins. It also looks like when they summon icons like from themselves, that it's actually quite a painful process, which if they go with that storyline, I think would be really interesting. It's actually one of the big reasons that I love Final Fantasy VIII as a game is because of how they worked the GF lore. Like they worked that gameplay into the lore. And I really love it when games include game mechanics in the actual lore and they like really make it a big point. So I think it would be fascinating if like they go into how painful it is clearly for these people to be taken over by their summons and maybe what kind of long-term effects that has on them. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. Her being Garuda? I'm a Garuda simp. Let me make it known. Garuda is always sexy, is always like one of my favorites. I love Garuda. I'm a Garuda main. So I think my biggest takeaways from this game are the pros. I think that they have huge potential to go deep into the lore with icons, which I think would be so cool. I would absolutely love that. I live for the lore of games. And so if they incorporate that, I'll be really excited about it. I'm excited for the woman. I'm rooting for her, whoever she is. The kid, I am also definitely rooting for, and I am really interested to see his story. Cons, it's a really dark game in terms of color. Like in terms of dark themes, I love that. That's my juice. So I'm happy to have that all day long. But it's a very dark game. I think the settings too are all really dark color-wise. None of them really stand out to me. Some of the backgrounds honestly just seem like a little bit reused from Final Fantasy XV, which could be wrong. Please correct me if I am wrong. I'm fine with being wrong on that. And then honestly, like none of the characters jump out to me. The character design is pretty flat. Obviously no shade to anybody that did it, but character design doesn't hit for me. It doesn't make anybody stand out. It honestly kind of makes all the characters blend in together and look the same. So for me, except for like the woman, the one woman and then the kid, like nobody else character-wise stands out for me, which to me is kind of a bummer because, Final Fantasy is known for how incredible their protagonists and the cast are, like the supporting cast. Like you want to root for them. You really like get attached and you love these characters and there's always something about them that stands out at first. And none of that does that for me here. Needless to say, first of all, I don't have a PS5, so I guess I'm gonna have to get one to play this game. But I am certainly excited to see more of what is coming from Final Fantasy XVI. I will be very interested to play it. And if you are interested in following me along on that journey, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button to let me know that you liked this video and that you'd like to see more reactions from me in the future. Please be gentle. This is my first ever reaction video, so I don't know if I did it right or I don't know if I did it in a way that was entertaining, but if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know also your thoughts on Final Fantasy XVI, the trailer, if you'll be playing it, and what stood out to you the most in terms of pros and cons. I forgot to mention, the music was banging. Music was obviously banging. That's a huge pro, but that's like a given pro in any Final Fantasy game. The soundtrack is gonna pop off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in another video. Bye.